Marshall Hunt, Marshallhunt, Lieutenant Colonel. I am the commander of the 104th Military Police Battalion, but specifically here at the UC Javits, I was dual-hatted as the Chief of Staff for Unified Command Javits. Roughly a little over a month ago, the Governor of New York directed that the Javits Convention Center be transformed into a field medical station to assist the city of New York with the expectation that the New York City hospitals will become overwhelmed due to the COVID pandemic. So the New York Army National Guard was sent here with an 06 Colonel Dealey and rounded out by the 104th MP Battalion staff and a few other 05s from across the New York Army National Guard, the New York Air Guard, and the New York Naval Militia were all brought down here to serve as the multi-agency command node, or it could also be called the incident commander under the incident command system. So we were immediately tasked with essentially integrating and synchronizing a myriad of different agencies that became involved in meeting the governor's intent of turning the convention center into a field medical station to treat victims of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was a challenging mission, but ultimately we were capable and successfully able to integrate and synchronize. This is not going to be an all-exhaustive list or all-inclusive, but I'll mention some of the big ones. So obviously the New York National Guard, but also working here was FEMA, Health and Human Services from the federal level, the Department of Health from the New York State level, a large contingent of Title X Army forces came in, the 44th Medical Brigade with 2 surgical hospitals came down here to be the providers basically for the medical facility, and then a lot of other different agencies across New York State and New York City. And at our highest point, we had 2,800 military, civilian, non-governmental agencies working in the building. And that all kind of culminated with the addition of Northwell, which is a civilian entity that runs hospitals in New York City. And they came in to assist with the overall administration of the hospital. So, and then key in the beginning also was obviously the United States Army Corps of Engineers. So they came in and built the plans of how to turn a convention center into a field medical station. And they did a phenomenal job with that. They built the plan, and then under the guidance of Colonel Dealey and all the other agency leads, we all came together as one unified team and built a field medical station here at the Javits Center in Midtown Manhattan. One of the things that I think helped specifically myself and my organic staff from the 104th is we were poised to depart actually this week to do a major exercise in Europe, in Poland, that we have spent the last 2 years training for. Various command post exercises, major battalion FTXs, and the end result of that was a very well-trained staff capable of executing the command and control warfighting function. We had good SOPs, and really the secret to what we did is we brought all those staff processes in here. We integrated them into the ICS system, Incident Command System, used our SOPs, and basically, command and control is command and control. I mean, if you can build staff processes to organize and implement large organizations to meet one goal, you can pretty much use those processes anywhere. So that is kind of really the secret of what we did, is a lot of the products, it's kind of humorous. You'll see a lot of the products that we use here, we use an operational approach. And it used to have arrows on it that had all the phases to a wet gap crossing. And we took those phases off and made new phases on how to build a hospital. So all of the products that you generally use to command and control a unit, we just took those and put them on top of doing something extraordinarily unique. And really the biggest challenge is we're an MP battalion. We have zero knowledge, experience, context of constructing a field medical station in a convention center. But how we were able to overcome that is simply using existing Army doctrine, falling back on all the training that we did, and the incident command system was very helpful to translate what we're saying into things that everybody can understand, to include the civilians and to include our Title X partners. It was very challenging, but I think we were able to overcome those obstacles.